Hi folks, Neil Barker at Custom Pod Limited here, and today I'm going to show you the much long-awaited guide to replacing your battery in your iPhone 3G or 3GS. It's exactly the same guide. The batteries are different, obviously the phones are different, same guide, and it's quite straightforward. I know I'm going to say that because I do it every day, but I'm sure you can, and especially with my expert advice as well. So right, if you visit our website at AppleiPodParts.com, that's www.AppleiPodParts.com. You can get all the parts and the tools. Obviously, you get the we only sell the genuine batteries, the original, brand new Apple iPhone batteries for the 3G and the 3GS. You don't want some cheap rubbish battery from anywhere in your phone, because if the battery blows or anything like that, it's going to destroy your phone. At least you have peace of mind with the genuine batteries. And peace of mind. That's what it's all about. Obviously, I've got 3G here. The battery's sort of lagging on, as they do. Right, so on our site, AppleiPodParts.com, you buy the tools. I recommend the toolkit and the suction cup, which you can get on I think they're on our accessories site, part of the site. Also, you can find it under the battery. At the bottom, there's recommended parts and links. So you've got all the tools you need on there. So here we go. Basically, nice little pot here. My daughter made that, Madison. It's fantastic. I love that. It's also great for little screw pots, so you don't lose them all. First thing we're going to do, we're going to get the little screwdriver. We're going to pop open your iPhone. Fear not, it's quite straightforward. The two screws there, two little crosshead screws. So we're going to pop those out, and they to the point where they just protrude enough to just flip them out. There we go. There's one screw in there. Another one in here. So once you've got those two out, get the suction cup on there. Now I recommend holding it like that, thumb and two fingers over the bottom, because what happens is you're going to pull that outside and it's going to come up. What you don't want to do is tear it away from the phone, because you're going to break cables. So hold your finger there, or maybe even top tip is just put a bit of sellotape just around there, just to stop that from happening. I haven't got it into hand, but yeah, just hold that there. That'll do the same thing. So we're going to grip there, grip either side of the silver, the chrome beads. Don't hold the glass, obviously. Maybe even the top. And it's easier than others, but pull it from side to side whilst pulling out, and maybe down a little bit. So you're going to come away, and there you go. You start seeing it pop out, and it comes out. It's quite easy. Yours might. Just be patient. Yours might. Might not come quite so easily. But again, keep your finger under there to stop you from tearing that off. So, give it a wiggle. Just be patient. Don't dig at this, because you're going to ruin your frame, and that's no good. You don't want any marks. This will leave no marks. So as we come up, we're going to obviously flick that up, and there we go. The LCD screen being quite a stiff one. You'll find that out when you put it back together. That's the worst one. It's difficult. That's popped off already. But if it's not, you just get your little non-marking tool from your toolkit, and you just get under the clip and flick it off. Number two is the touchscreen. So all you need to do then, again, is just get under it and pop it off, and away it comes. This last little one, you've got to be careful, because you break that connector, you're in trouble. There's a little black clasp there. I'll try and get it in the middle of the screen. You've got to get your tool under there and just flick the clasp up. It's sprung loaded, so it just flicks up. There you go. That flicks up and allows the cable to be released easily. And out comes, that's the earpiece and sensitization cable. And away you go. You've got your phone in two halves now. You've got your screen. That's come off. So what we're looking to do is remove numerous screws and connectors. We'll go for the connectors first. Number 4 down here. The rubber's slipped off on it, but same again. Get under it, and we're going to flick it off, and it comes off quite easily. So there you go. That's flicked off. Come under this one here. Hasn't got a number. It's got number 5. There we go. Number 5 is the earpiece connector. Get underneath it. Up it pops. Number 6 is the I think it's a Wi-Fi connector actually, and that flicks off as well. So you've got all those connectors off. We're going to go for the screws. So we have one under that do not remove warranty seal. This will invalidate your warranty when you break that, but the chances are it's out of warranty anyway. So you're going to go for that screw under there. I know it's there somewhere. You can peel the sticker off. There you go, found it. So you spin that screw out, Apple now won't touch this because it's obviously the warranty sticker's gone, but then it's out of warranty anyway. Oh, we'll take that one out afterwards. There's another screw there. Undo that one, pop it in there. Screw there. Screw there. These will secure the logic board down. Undo the camera. You need to set the camera off as well, and that comes with a little screw there. And that comes away with that little bracket that holds the camera down. It's full of dust. There we go. See that comes off that bracket. Put that in there. One thing I haven't showed you is a SIM card. Obviously you need to pop the SIM card out. If you haven't done that already, you can just get into there and flick it out. Don't leave the SIM card in, otherwise you won't get the board out. Carry on with the screws. 3 down this side. It's amazing how tricky it is to do this with a camera stuck in front of your face. And another one there. Right, so that's all the screws out. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws. And 1, 2, 3 on that side. You've got the connectors, which obviously you remove 3 there. And you've got 1, 2, 3 connectors off there. Just need to get rid of that screw. It's going to come out with it. It's the sticker, it stuck it to it, so that's fine as long as it's fully undone. Now hold that back, get your non-marking tool, and what you're going to do is you're going to come in underneath the board, lift the board up a little bit, and pull the board, just wiggle it a little bit, and you're going to pull the board out that way. As you approach that point where the camera needs to flick up, you just get the little tool under the camera flicks up, comes with the board. There we go. Easy as that. So we'll put the board down there. And there's the battery. Now this is great. I mean, Apple have really done well here by the fact that it's a solderless battery, which is awesome. So all we're going to do, it's just glued to the bottom with this double-sided 3M tape. We're going to get the non-marking tool under the battery, and we're just going to try and give it a bit of a pry. And as you can see, wow, in fact this is one of the earliest 3Gs with this type of battery. All you're looking at there is it's just got double-sided sticky tape that you just need to pull it away. You can use that little tab at the top. Just do it nice and gently. Make sure that it's not stuck to that cable and doesn't tear that cable off. And there you go. There's your battery out. Battery fitment is dead easy. Just going to give this a little bit of a blowout to make sure clear the dust out. And then we come in with a new battery. New battery you get from us is it's dead easy. Just peel off this double-sided tape. Away it goes. Turn it over. Put the bottom section in, and what you're looking to do is the hole in the connector goes. Can you see that? Goes round that lug. And once it's centrally in there, you can allow the battery just to drop down and just lift these connectors up here. So you lift those up, and it drops in place, and it pretty much sits where it's going to be. As long as that little hole's over the spigot, the battery looks straight. That's all in there, all nicely. Then you just push it down. That's it. That's your battery replaced. Right, so we're going to reassemble our iPhone 3G after doing the battery. I had to cut the film. Obviously, I couldn't do it within the YouTube 15 minutes. Right, probably too much guessing. So we're going to go in with the board, and we're going to come in from the top down and then push it in. So let's try that. So what you're going to find is that the camera, obviously, make sure that's firmly fitted to the board, and then the board sits under a little clasp that's down here. So we're going to come in there. You know when you're home because there's a little pin there, and there's a little pin just in this corner that sits in the rear, and it locates the board. So you know the board's home. Don't force this. You don't need to force this in. If for some reason it sits too high, pop it out, try it again. You don't need to force these. You'll break something if you do. So just be patient. Camera, once the board's in place and it's on those two little spigots, the camera just needs a bit of a wiggle and to try and find its location, because what you're looking to do is maybe push the camera back a bit and then down. It's a nice clip when you know you're there, and that's it. It's a positive sort of clip. Click. That screw stayed in there the whole time. Probably it's a bit sticky with the glue, so we'll push that in. We'll put the camera in next with a little bracket. I'll separate that one, that's there. You know, it's handy to have a magnetic screwdriver. I don't think the ones in the kits are, but I mean, I need it primarily because I'm trying to do all this in mid-air to show you. Otherwise, I'd do it on the bench, and it would be a lot easier. You can hold the screws in your fingers and screw them in that way. Pop that, and then you're going to put the screws back in all the way down the sides. Go from there. One is the tricky. The first one is the trickiest to do as well. I mean, once you've done one, you can do them quite easily, and you know maybe even coining off your mates with the iPhones. Not everybody has the kind of really wants to do the battery changes or the aptitude. So you could offer this service to your mates. Buy the battery off us. AppleiPodParts.com. Shameless plug. And yeah, once you've done yours, you can do your mates. Charge them a little bit for your labour or a few pints. Sorted. That's how we got started. 2 more screws left. The connectors on these are quite easy to put in as well. They're nice click once they're home. They're in place. They've obviously sat there for a long time, so they're not going to, they're near enough when you start doing it. So all the screws are there. Thank you, screw holder. Right, number 4 first. That rubber pad, you can refit yours back on. They slip over time as the phone gets warm. Nice positive click in there. Number 5 just folds down. Again, pretty much in situ where it is. Nice little click. Number 6 is a bit more tricky. It's a circular sort of location. It's more difficult to find and slot in, but once it's there, it will give you a nice little click. Don't force that, because if you bend the edges over as you're trying to force it down, then you could damage that permanently. So once you're there, you're going to put the screen back in. Now, this is quite straightforward. The little sensor stabilization cable. Make sure that little clip is up, otherwise you can't get the cable in. Hold those out of the way and just come in with that connector. It's quite tricky to do it with the camera in front, but it slots in. Make sure all the gold contacts have disappeared, and then just with your thumb or your finger, just rub that clasp down gently. Be gentle with that, because if it breaks, you're in trouble. Number 2 is the touch panel. Just bring that over, holding the screen like this. And again, it might take a bit of fiddling, a bit of juggling, a bit of moving up and down, side to side, but it's roughly there, and there'll be a nice little click when it's in place. Don't force it. There we go, nice little click. This is the LCD screen. Bend down. Bend that down. It is a tricky one to do because it's so firm, but you're looking for that white line to line up with the edge of this silver bracket. Once it's there, just keep trying to press it down with your finger. Shift it around a little bit, maybe even your thumb. Let's try that. And there you go. Nice little click in there. It's quite firm. Make sure it's pressed in all the way along, and keep that there. You don't want to bend that any more out, else it will pop off. So holding that in there, you're going to bring it down. Maybe even keeping your finger in there while you do it. Press down on the connector as you shut it on your finger almost. And as you come down, you're looking to locate this bit first. There's 2 little lugs there. Push that into the phone, and before you push it in, just give it a power up to make sure the screen's working. If the screen isn't working, don't worry, because just lift it up, try it again, try it a few times. It might not be in. It might have popped up as you pushed it down. It happens. So push that down, push that in, push it all the way down. It clicks in. And then all you're left to do is put the 2 screws in at the end. And that's it. Again, don't panic if the screen doesn't come on first time. The likeness is that LCD screen connector's popped off. And there we have it. So that's in your new battery in your iPhone 3G or your 3GS. Make it good as new. It powers up and boots up, and it's all good. So there you go. You've repaired your iPhone for not much more than a battery and some tools. So slot the SIM card in. There you have it. So remember, AppleiPodParts.com for the tools and the batteries, and obviously this video for all the guidance you need. Watch the video all the way through, as you have done to get to this bit, and then there you go. All of a sudden, you're an iPhone guru, and you can do that. My name's Neil Barker. Thanks for visiting. Please check out our website for all the parts and accessories and things for your iPhone and iPods. Thank you for your time.